I'm Eric the History Detective, and today I've got a treat for you. Ladies, meet the Junior History Detective team. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Megan.
And Shannon and Megan have been hunting history with me since they were old enough to walk. Today, I let them decide where we're going to go. And they have chosen a very large farm nearby that we have hunted for many years. It's going to be an exciting adventure, and when we get to this farm, I'm going to tell you why it's so important and what to look for so that you can find history too. Are you ready, girls?
Yeah!
Let's go. We have arrived out here on the farm, and as I said earlier, I'm going to tell you about some indicators as to why this farm is an ideal place for relic hunting. Down to my left, about 300 yards, is the old house site. That house was built in the 1700s. To my right is a second house site, and that's about half a mile away, and that house was built in the 1860s. Now, this site also has multiple springs, and springs give up good relics. I got Shannon back there on the camera, and she's gonna pan out to my left. And what do we see out there? Rolling hills. And you guys know that I love rolling hills, and if I'm going to detect on those hills, I like to start right on the top. So we're going to get the Junior History Detective team together, we're going to get the detectors out, and we're going to start hunting. Let's go. Okay, I'm out here with the girls in the fields, and we have dug quite a hole. I think what we're going to be pulling out of this hole is going to be, if you look down there, a very, very old plow blade. However, I just wanted to show you the depth of this hole. This hole is 20 inches deep, and that is a long way. Over there behind Megan is the MXT with the SEF coil, and that is extremely deep. Let's get this out and take a look. All right, we finally got that thing loose. Again, it was 20 inches down. Meg, why don't you pull it up to the light of day and lift that out of there. Hold it up for everybody to see. And there is one really old plow blade. Something you'll find out here in these fields, but I have to say that is by far the deepest one I have ever dug. And we'll look at some pictures online to see if we can't put a date on that one. See you soon. Guys, I want to talk with you about the biggest mistake I see in metal detecting, and that is coil control. This is your coil. It is your link between the machine and the relic in the ground. And this is the problem I see all the time. I'm going to take this coil and I'm going to put it against the ground. What I see all the time is people metal detecting with those coils off the ground. That coil needs to scrape the ground. And then I see them do this. Out to the left, out to the right, left and right. The only place you're searching at that point is a tiny little 1 by 1 foot square right in front of you. So you put the coil against the ground and then you go side to side, keeping the coil always flat against the ground. Remember, the coil is shooting out a beam, and that beam only goes so far. So every inch you lift it off the ground, you're shortening your beam. And if you do this, you're getting no beam. So coil flat on the ground, back and forth in a big sweeping pattern in front of you. And that is a tip that's going to get you more relics. All right, guys, got a hole opened up here. And if I move you forward, got a kind of an interesting find hidden there behind the dirt clod. You can see it right there. At first I thought this was going to be a button, but look at that, it's a rivet. Let's bring it up here and take a look at it. It sure is. It's an old brass rivet. Let's get some of the dirt off there. Oh, look at that. There is a star on the back of that rivet. If you can see that. All right, look at that right there. Interesting. All right, we're gonna keep on hunting. Okay guys, I got the girls working around the barnyard and I am over here by the house, and the ground is just frozen solid today. So the first 3 or 4 inches I'm really having to work to get down there. But I just flicked some dirt out and I see some green patina right there in the center of your screen. And we're gonna bring that up and take a look at what we got. Yeah, that is definitely an oldie. We'll see if there's any design on it. I don't see any design on that. It could be a piece of a very old buckle. And that does look like what it is. So I'm gonna work this area and see if there's any more pieces, but that could definitely be a very old broken buckle. All right. A good metal detecting tip for you guys. Most people are gonna see this right here and they're just gonna say it's a rock. This isn't just any rock. It's a huge field stone. Think of it like an iceberg. All you can see is the top. This rock is huge, or else the farmer who originally settled here would have removed it. Why is this important? Because when you're metal detecting and you see these in the field, the farmer would have gone around them in a very wide circle with their plow, so they didn't break or damage it. Therefore, the relics around a field stone are going to be shallow. A farmer, a soldier, a kid, anybody might have come along out here and played around these stones. They might have sat down and had their lunch on these stones. So whenever you're out detecting and you see one of these, make sure that you give it a lot of attention and work a big wide circle around it. Did we find something, Megan?
Yeah.
All right, let's look down here at what we found. Why don't you point to it for everybody? And what color do you see?
I see goody green.
All right, and we got a circle, so it could be what?
A button or a coin.
Let's take a look. Oh, wow, that is thick. I can see it from here. Is there a shank on it?
No.
So, do you see anything else on it? That sure looks like a coin, and a really big coin from this angle.
Mm-hmm.
Any face? Flip her over and take a look.
No, I don't
think
so.
Well, we'll take a closer look and then we'll see if there's anything on it. Good find. Smile. Did we clean it off, Meg?
Yep.
Did we find anything?
Yep.
What did we find?
A coin.
It is a coin, but we cannot see any face, date, or back. Now, that is probably a very early, I'm going to say 1700s copper. That is a very, very large coin. We will clean it up a little bit more when we get home, but it has been in the ground a very long time. All right, good job, Meg. So we have opened up a very shallow hole here, and Megan has what I think is going to be a flat button. And if you can look, she's gently pushing the dirt off with a little piece of straw or hay to see if she can find whether it's a button or a coin. Let me give you a little bit. Try that piece, hon. And it wasn't quite a full circle, but it definitely looked like a button or a coin. So very gently, she'll just push some of the dirt off. I can see it starting to come up. Gently push forward, see if there's any shank or anything on the back. See any shank?
Not yet.
Okay, we will clean it off and then take a look. What color did we find?
Goody green.
Point to it for everybody. What is it? Let's take a look. Oh man, I know what that is.
I don't.
Are you sure?
Yep. Wait.
What else do you see in there other than the green? What is that black stuff?
Leather.
That is leather. You have found a very old pack or horse tack rivet that still has the leather on it. Hold that up for everybody to see. And then put it flat in your hand there and we'll show it to everybody. Put it flat in your hand and we'll show. All right. Look at that. Gently flip that over and let's take a look. That's exactly what that is. Look how old that leather is. That could easily be a pack rivet still in the leather strap or horse tack. But that is an oldie. Nice one. Okay, Shannon, what color did we find?
Goody green.
All right, so I'm out here marking holes and the girls are digging and checking, and we just flipped this one over, and in this little dirt clod right here that Shannon's gonna break apart, there's gonna be something. What do you got? Oh, we got a really nice goody green circle. Check it real careful. Is that gonna be a button or a coin?
Pretty sure it's a button.
Let's take a look. Has it got a shank mark?
Oh no, not that I see.
No, I don't see one. It looks pretty thick. All right, we're gonna clean it up, and I just want to show you guys something while I got Shannon here. The holes are pretty shallow, and we're getting some old stuff out here, but I'm in livestock fields, and livestock fields, which were generally close to the old home sites, were not plowed, so the relics will generally be shallow. So we're gonna check this out, and we'll be right back. Okay, I got Shannon here, and we have a really cool find, and when you see it, you're obviously going to know we didn't use the pinpointer. Now, I got a pretty good idea what she's about to take out of there. Go ahead and grab that, Shannon. Start moving the old walnuts out of the way. Yep. And pull that up to show everybody. And look at that. So hold that sideways so everybody can see the flat side of it. She has an old axe head. Go ahead and hold it on both sides so we can see the design. So we are again on this farm from the 1700s, and if you look at this, you can actually identify these old axe heads. And I'm pretty sure we've got a Virginia style. So let me take a look at it. And if you bring it over, you can see where the teeth came down at the bottom, where the handle went in, and you can see the sharp side of the blade right there runs further down than those two teeth where the handle went in, and that's what that is. That is a 1700s Virginia style axe head, and we will clean that off and take a picture of it to put in the video. All right, good job. Thank you, Shannon.
You're welcome.
Well, after 2 trips out, we finally finished our video, and we came home with a lot of good relics, and we had a really fun adventure. If you guys enjoy the videos, please like and subscribe, and you can also visit us at Eric the History Detective on Facebook. Anything you want to add?
If you're out there hunting history, keep on hunting, because
you can never dig it all. We'll see you next time.